Hey everyone, welcome to the second episode of my Injustice 2 character talks, and this video is going to be on my favorite DC girl, Harley Quinn. My first one was of Supergirl. I think the video is still editing in progress, so it is uploaded so you can watch it, I believe, but I added some things to it to make it look a little better, so it's there. So on to episode 2. We're going to talk about the same thing, Harley Quinn, who she is, her abilities, what I think her story plot is in Injustice 2, and things of that nature. So here we go. Starting with my little encyclopedia I have here, well, the big encyclopedia, but it's sitting in my lap, so I'm going to be reading the little part of Harley and going on Wikipedia for more, as I did with Supergirl. Harley Quinn first appeared in Batman Harley Quinn #1 in October 1999. That was her ongoing Harley Quinn series that branched from the Batman animated series, which was initially her very first appearance in animation. That's where she first appeared, in the Batman animated series. And she was initially only supposed to appear in one episode to pop out of the cake in the episode with Joker, but she became very popular and it spawned a series for her, and so on. Her real name is Dr. Harleen Quinzel. She's a villain. She's a professional criminal, and her base is Gotham City. Harley Quinn has the agility. She has agility, acrobatic skills, following exposure to poison ivy's herbal remedies, so she is immune to toxins thanks to poison ivy, because Ivy really cares about Harley and her well-being around her, so that is very sweet of Ivy. They also currently have a thing going on in the comic books. They're in a relationship. It's basically been confirmed by the writers a while back. So Harley Quinn was once a gifted psychotherapist. She is now dangerously unbalanced, so she's crazy. Due to her being involved with the Joker. Like the Joker, she often employs various gag weapons in her bag of tricks, and she specializes in different fighting styles and uses like different type of guns and stuff. So here's a little synopsis of Harley. Encountering the Joker, the inveterately evil clown prince of crime, was the very worst thing that could have happened to young and impressionable Arkham Asylum psychiatrist Dr. Harleen Quinzel. While attempting to heal the Joker's maniacal mind, she found herself captivated. She fell in love with the Joker. As he spun heart-trending and probably false tales of an unhappy childhood, she was soon falling head over heels in love with him. Harley is certainly guilty of child endangerment and contributing to the delinquency of minors, but she actually enjoys kids and had hoped to have heal the Joker someday. But now currently she is separated from him and she is basically an anti-hero. She's not in a relationship with Joker anymore. But this was her past, where she was, that I'm reading. As I said, this encyclopedia is not updated, but I'm reading information out of it because I think it's fun. She is loyal to the Joker. She would clown around for him at the drop of a bat. Batman, that is. That's what this little thing says. She is a costume criminal. Dangerous curves accentuate Harley's costume, although she still finds places to hide weapons of mass destruction. So, she's got places to hide her weapons. Harley then proceeded to ruin her career and endanger her life by helping him escape from Arkham Asylum. Soon after, she became the Joker's mole, slinking around in a sexy jester's costume and white grease paint to become the giggling gangster's Harley Quinn. She was also based off a character that Arlene Sorkin played. in the show, where she was dressed up as a jester. That's where the inspiration for Harley Quinn came out. His Harlequin outfit. That's where her name came from. Unfortunately, Harley's love for the psycho she calls Puddin' was unreturned. Once free, the Joker found her presence more and more irksome. So he gets annoyed with Harley Quinn. But that's okay, because a lot of people do. He chose to end their liaison by trapping Harley inside a rocket and attempting to blast her in the foot. Harley survived, thanks in part to the plant manipulating rogue Poison Ivy, whose floral concoctions endowed the Clown Princess with amazing acrobatic abilities. After her split from the Joker, she joined the Secret Six in a women's shelter. The Amazons recruited both her and Holly Robinson. See Catwoman for training on Themyscira, where they aided Popultia, which I believe is a Wonder Woman character. So, we are going to go to the wiki so I can tell you some extra things about Harley. And I have widely researched Harley Quinn. She's my favorite DC character. But, you know. Okay. Her full name is Harleen Frances Quinzel. She was created by Paul Dini and Bruce Timm, where she appeared in the Batman animated series in September 1992. And as I mentioned, her first comic book appearance was in the Batman Adventures. Wait, no, I didn't mention that. Her first comic book appearance was in Batman Adventures number 12, September 1993, and then her first solo comic book appearance was in 1999 in Batman Harley Quinn number 1. She is Joker's frequent accomplice and lover, whom she met while working at Arkham Asylum. So, it says here her name is a play on the name Harley Quinn, the character which originated in the Commedia dell'arte. I think that's how you say that. She has been voiced by Arlene Sorkin, Tara Strong, who currently does her voice, Hynden Walsh, who did her voice in Assault on Arkham, Grey DeLisle, Megan Strange, who I believe did her voice in Lego Batman. It was either her or Jenny Slate. I think it was Jenny Slate. I'm not sure. She's been a part of the Secret Six, Secret Society of Supervillains, and the Suicide Squad. She was just recently in the Suicide Squad movie. Her partnerships are Joker, Poison Ivy, Catwoman, Deadshot, who she's hooked up with a couple times while being in the Suicide Squad. She is a trained psychologist, skilled gymnast, immune to various toxins and pathogens, and utilizes weaponized props. Also, she was portrayed by Harley Quinn in Suicide Squad, voiced by Tara Strong, in either DC animated showcases or various video games. And she also showed up in the Birds of Prey television series, portrayed by Mia Sara, but not going to talk about the version of the character, because I have not seen it, did not watch that show. So, moving on. Let's see what else I can find about her. A more recent development has Harley also romantically involved with Poison Ivy. Harley Quinn series writer Jimmy Palmiotti and Amanda Conner confirmed that the two characters are in a non-monogamous romantic relationship. The Harley Quinn ongoing series was published monthly by DC Comics for 38 issues from 2001 to 2003. Creators who contributed to the title included Carrie Kessel, Terry Dodson, Adrian Lieberman, and Mike Huddleston. The series dealt with her going solo, eventually starting a gang, and then fleeing Gotham for the city of Metropolis with her friend Poison Ivy. Quinn dies only to be resurrected, and she returned to Gotham. The series ends with Harley turning herself into Arkham Asylum, having finally understood that she needs help. We also learn in issue number 8 of the comic that Harley had a relationship in college with fellow psychology student Guy Copsey, whose suicide started her obsession with the Joker. So, because a boyfriend of hers committed suicide, she became obsessed with the Joker. Having fallen for him due to the stories that he told her while working at Arkham Asylum about how he had a terrible childhood and stuff. Harley later appears in Jeff Loeb's series Hush. She's next seen in a Villains United Infinite Crisis special where she's one of the many villains who escape from Arkham, although she's knocked unconscious the moment she escapes. In the 1 year later continuity, Harley Quinn is inmate at Arkham, glanced briefly in Detective Comics 823. She next appeared in Batman number 663, in which she helps the Joker with a plan to kill his former henchman, unaware that the punchline to the scheme is her own death. Upon realizing this, she shoots him in the shoulder. So, people have said, and I do want to mention this, that you can't say the Joker is abusive to Harley Quinn because she's the same way. Yes, that is proven true, but he's a very manipulative character. So he has forced her into things before. That has happened, but she is also mentally and physically abusive to him as well. So that is not a joke. And I will admit that, even though she's one of my favorite characters. I don't ship Harley and Joker, personally. But that's just my opinion. You guys have your opinions, that's fine. Harley resurfaces in Detective Comics 831, written by Paul Dini. She spent the last year applying for parole, only to see her request rejected by Bruce Wayne. She is kidnapped by Peyton Riley, the new female ventriloquist who offers her a job. Harley turns down that job out of respect for the memory of Arnold Wesker, the original ventriloquist, who attempted to cheer her up her first week in Arkham while the Joker was still in the beliefs. She then helps Batman and Commissioner Gordon foil the imposter's plans. Although Riley escapes, Bruce is impressed with Harley's effort at redemption and agrees with granting her parole. In Birds of Prey 105, Harley Quinn is revealed as a sixth member of the Secret Six in issue 108. Upon hearing that Oracle has sent the Russian authorities footage of teammate Deadshot murdering the Six's employer as payback for double-crossing him, Harley asks, "Is it a bad time to say I quit?" Thus, she left the team. So she left the Secret Six. In countdown number 43, Harley appears to have reformed and is shown to be residing in the Amazon Run women's shelter, having abandoned her jester costume and clown makeup. She now only wears Amazonian stola, or she told me she'd be trained as a former Catwoman replacement Holly Robinson, and succeeds in persuading her to join her at the shelter, where she is working as an assistant. They are brought to Themyscira by Athena, who is really Granny Goodness, and begins to train. Holly and Harley meet the real Athena and encounter Mary Marvel. The group reveal Granny's deception. Harley, and Mary follow her as she retreats to Apocalypse. Mary finds the Olympian gods whom Granny had been holding prisoner, and the group frees them. Harley is then granted powers by Thalia as a reward. Upon returning to Earth, the powers vanish, and Harley return to Gotham City. Harley Quinn joins forces with Poison Ivy, Pamela Isley, and Catwoman, Selena Kyle, in the series Gotham City Sirens. There's a movie coming out for that, by the way. DC has confirmed that. Having moved in with Pamela at the Riddler's apartment, she meets up with Catwoman, who offers for the three of them to live and work together. So they form a team, Gotham City Sirens. A new villain who tried to take down Selena Kyle named Bone Blaster breaks into the apartment, and the three of them have to move out after they defeat him. Later, after a chance encounter with Hush, the Joker attempts to kill her, apparently out of jealousy. She's rescued by Ivy and Catwoman. It is later revealed that her attacker wasn't the real Joker, so one of his henchmen impersonating him. Gotham City Sirens #7 establishes that Harley Quinn is from Bensonhurst, Brooklyn, so that's why she has a Brooklyn accent, and her father was a con artist who was still in jail. Her brother Barry is a slob with dreams of rock stardom, and her mother Sharon wants her to stop the villain hero stuff. It is stated that the reason why Harley chose to become a psychologist in the first place was to try and understand her own broken family. That's pretty sad. That's something I actually didn't know about her. On a certain instance, Harley attempted to steal from Two-Face and the Riddler, but was caught and they were not happy. Later, Ivy discovers Harley bound and gagged in a closet, and she removes the gag and unties her. They then break into Arkham Asylum with the goal of killing the Joker for his use of abuse towards her. However, Harley ultimately chooses to release Joker from the cell, and together the two orchestrate a violent takeover of the facility that results in most of the guards and staff members either being killed or taken hostage by the inmates. They're eventually defeated by Batman and Catwoman, and Harley is last seen with a whale bound in a straitjacket and a muzzle. Poison Ivy breaks into Harley's cell shortly after this and attempts to kill her for betrayal, but instead offers to free her if she helps kill Catwoman, who had left both her fellow sirens behind in Arkham. They set out to trap Catwoman. Due to the ensuing fight, Catwoman says that she saw good in them and only wanted to help. So Catwoman helps the two escape. In a New 52, following DC's relaunch of its titles, Harley Quinn's costume and appearance was fully revamped. New 52 shows Harley Quinn with a sleeveless top, tight shorts, and boots. Her hair color has been altered to half red and half black, like the jester cap of her previous incarnation, rather than fully blonde hair. This is consistent with her new origin. Her bleached skin is the result of being kicked into a vat of acid by the Joker. That is basically her New 52 origin. So, after having a falling out with the Joker, she goes into a murderous frenzy directed towards people responsible for his imprisonment. Captured by Black Canary, she's forcibly inducted into the Suicide Squad. That's how she became a member, is because Black Canary captured her and brought her to a mandible. However, she discovers that Joker is rumored to be dead. It takes a further toll on her already messed up mind, and betraying the Suicide Squad, she puts her safety and secrecy at risk by turning herself into the Gotham Police Department in the plot to gain access to the skinned face of the Joker, which she makes Deadshot wear later on. And she did this to him so that she can carry on a conversation with her dead lover, Joker. Deadshot lures Harley in close, shooting and severely injuring her during the conversation. After Joker returns to Gotham in the Death of the Family storyline, he forces her to disguise herself in his old Red Hood costume and trick Batman into coming to the chemical plant where they first met. Batman then falls into a tank and demands Harley to tell him where Joker is, but she only replies in tears that he's no longer the Joker she'd fallen in love with. On July 16th, 2013, DC announced that a new Harley Quinn series would begin publication in November of 2013, which was co-written by Amanda Conner and her husband Jimmy Palmiotti. Cover illustrated by Conner and illustrated by Chad Hardin. The series has notably become distanced from the Batman family of DC publications, both tone and premise, and Harley no longer having any significant connection to either Batman or the Joker, following the storyline that happened in the death of the family. Harley Quinn has become a landlady in Coney Island, is a part-time member of the roller derby team, and has returned to her work in psychology under her real alias, indicating that Harley's real identity is not public knowledge in the new status quo. Under Connor and Palmiani's writing, Harley was reinvented as an anti-hero who values human life and actively tries to improve life in her neighborhood. As I mentioned in my Supergirl and Power Girl video, between issues 11 and 13, she teams up with an amnesic Power Girl and battled Clock King Sportsmaster before Power Girl's memory was restored and she left Harley at the top of the Eiffel Tower as a punishment for lying to her. Harley attempts to get into a relationship with her tenant Mason, but was unable to make the date due to the multitude of responsibilities in her life, balancing her 2 jobs with her commitment to her roller derby team and her career as a crime fighter. With support from Poison Ivy, Harley makes amends with Mason and turns to the internet to recruit other strong young women in fighting team she's forming, which is the Gang Harleys. This team, composing of young women of various ethnic backgrounds and a gay man called Harley Quinn, then fights Captain Horatio Strong, who has been consuming massive amounts of an addictive sea plant. This is a homage to Popeye, because the character looks like Popeye. Harley agrees to help a woman whose daughter has been kidnapped by a gang in Hollywood. She has featured a few standalone specials which are not directly connected to the main series and feature multiple artists, so some of her illustrations in the comics look different. In the Valentine's Day special, Harley returned to Gotham to win a prize date with Bruce Wayne, so she went on a date with Batman in the Valentine's Day special. Okay, and this one's quite controversial, but I'm going to mention it. In September 2013, DC Comics announced a contest for fans and artists break into comics with Harley Quinn, in which contestants would draw Harley in 4 different suicide scenarios, which this contest drew controversy not only because it was not close to Suicide Prevention Week, but because some artists did not like the sexualized portrayal of Harley in the 4th scenario, in which she attempts suicide while she's unclothed in her bathtub. People complain about her being sexualized anyway, so I mean, I could understand why that would upset some people, but still. So moving on, DC Rebirth, using the end of the New 52 initiative as a launching point, DC Comics began the next relaunch of its entire line of titles called DC Rebirth, and Harley Quinn's title. The character has a recurring role also in the Suicide Squad Rebirth, which debuted its 5th volume with Suicide Squad Volume 5, which is still a part of the that is the Rebirth, which debuted its 5th volume with Suicide Squad Volume 5, number 1 in October 2016. Her new outfit includes a sleeveless top, tight shorts, and boots. Her hair is now blonde with blue dip dye on the left side and pink dip dye on the right. So it's based off of her Suicide Squad movie hair. She did dye her hair in Harley Quinn number 27 in the 2013 and so on ongoing New 52 series to, I guess, coerce with the Suicide Squad film and make it seem like there was a reason for her hair change. So let's talk about some different versions of Harley Quinn. Other versions include her first and major appearance outside the Batman animated series was in the Elseworlds miniseries Thrill Killer. This version of Harley is a schoolgirl named Haley Fitzpatrick who dresses up in order to help the female version of Joker called Bianca Steeplechase. After Batgirl kills her, Harley is shown killing her own family, intent on revenge in the final frames of the story. Alright, so in the Elseworld 80-page giant, one of the stories is about Lex Luthor is a music producer. One of his groups is, as the press puts it, alternative lifestyle folky Ivy and Harley. On the New Earth 3, Harley Quinzel is Joker's business manager and is killed by Owlman. In a 2008 graphic novel, Joker, Harley Quinn appears as the Joker's helper and aide. She at one point acts as a stripper, though this may be a ruse and is never shown speaking. So, in the Joker novel, I guess she was basically sold to somebody that made her a stripper, and in that comic, it's very graphic. The Joker kills the guy responsible, he skins him alive and showcases him on the stage. I know, that's very brutal. But see, these are things that Joker does. In Batman 66, a version of Harley Quinn designed more around the 60s television show appears as Dr. Harley Quinn, PhD, a psychologist, Arkham Asylum referred to as Arkham Institute for the criminally insane. She convinces Joker to cooperate with Batman and Robin in exchange for proving his comedy night proposal. Dr. Quinn is manipulated by Catwoman and Joker to perfect the Joker Wave, a hysteria-inducing device used on Gotham. Quinn is visibly devastated by her role in the plot to atone for her mistake. Dr. Quinn reverses the device by submitting herself to its effects, freeing the people of Gotham, but sacrificing her sanity in the process, and she escapes and becomes a supervillain named Harley Quinn. She retains her considerable intelligence and psychological training, making her a difficult foe for the dynamic duo. She is eventually captured by Batman and Robin. Harley Quinn appears in the prequel comic to the game Injustice, Gods Among Us. She helps the Joker kidnap Lois Lane and surgically plant a trigger in her heart that will set off a nuclear bomb in Metropolis should her heart stop. When Superman accidentally kills her thinking she's Doomsday, this happens with the grieving Superman killing the Joker. As a result, Harley eventually comes to acceptance with it in Batman and joins Batman's insurgency. In the sequel comic series Injustice Gods Among Us #2, this universe, Harley reveals that to Black Canary, finding out that Black Canary is pregnant so she stops fighting her, that she's a 4-year-old daughter named Lucy by the Joker that the Joker does not know about. So, moving on to some of the animation she's been in. Batman animated series, voiced by Arlene Sorkin, makes an appearance in the Kids WB series, The Batman, voiced by Hayden Walsh. Appears in Batman the Brave and the Bold, voiced by Megan Strange. This version is the head woman of Joker, whose costume is modeled after 1920s Flapper Woman. Harley Quinn will appear on Justice League Action. I already went over the live action ones. So, here's something interesting also. This was an abandoned Batman film. Prior to the release of Batman and Robin, Mark Protoshevich was commissioned by Warner Bros. To write a script for a 5th Batman film titled Batman Unchained, to be directed by Joel Schumacher. With Harley Quinn and the Scarecrow as the film's villains, he wrote her as the Joker's daughter, instead seeking revenge for his death. Okay, so her origin in Suicide Squad film, flashbacks reveal that after she fell in love with the Joker, she freed him, after which he provided her with a chemical bath and bleached her skin and gave her superhuman durability, which happens to her in her New 52 origin. She assists him in killing the vigilante Batman's partner, Robin. before being imprisoned. So it's inferred in the Suicide Squad film that she helped the Joker kill Jason Todd. I'm not going to go over the rest of that because I still have to do my Suicide Squad review eventually. So there is that. So this is just more animation stuff. Okay, so I was right. Harley Quinn appears in the Lego Batman movies and is voiced by Jenny Slate. And she will appear in the upcoming animated film, wait for it, Batman and Harley Quinn. Which looks to be like it would be like the type of animation that they use for the animated series. Which I really think is cool. So I can't wait for that movie. So, video games. Oh. Apparently she was considered as a DLC fighter for Mortal Kombat vs. DC Universe. I didn't like that game anyway, I'm not gonna lie. Alongside Mortal Kombat Quan Chi, but these plans fell through following Midway's bankruptcy. I might have possibly actually played it more if she was in it. Let's talk about her costumes. In the Batman games, Harley Quinn appears in the Batman Arkham franchise. Arlene Sorkin initially reprised the role in the first game, whereas Tara Strong assumes the role for the remainder of the games. So in Batman Arkham Asylum, she dons a new costume based on a nurse uniform. She takes control of Arkham, allowing Joker to escape, releases Poison Ivy from her cell, and kidnaps Warden Quincy Sharp. After Batman rescues him, he confronts her and locks her in a cell. When she returns in the Scarecrow's final nightmare as one of the guards escorting Batman away. In Arkham City, she wears a biker girl themed costume in this game, using a low-key version of her usual makeup with heavy eyeshadow in lieu of her domino mask. She later steals the cure for the Joker's illness, so on, so on. When the Joker dies from his illness, Quinn was Joker's henchman when Batman brought his dead body out the theater. She also appears in the Harley Quinn's Revenge expansion DLC. And there's an Easter egg in Arkham City where you find a pregnancy test. So it's, I guess, inferred that there were several failed attempts that she finally got pregnant before the Joker died. So that indicates that she had a miscarriage. And people have theorized that she possibly might have had one sometime before, plot-wise, before the Suicide Squad film. So, Dr. Harleen Quinzel briefly appears in Arkham Origins. Before her transformation into Harley Quinn, she interviews Joker at Blackgate Prison and falls in love with him after he confesses his fascination with someone who he considers special to him, which is Batman. Okay. So, last one for the Batman Arkham series. In the main story of Batman Arkham Knight, it's revealed that in the current game, she's become a very competent gang leader, having recovered control of Joker's former gang, including members that were plotting to overthrow or desert her, and has even become one of Gotham's main gang leaders. She tries to break free and recruit the victims of Joker's blood transfusion who were not infected by the cure, all of whom started to display traces of his appearance and behavior, but they all end up dead. So, there's that. And she, apart from the main game, appears in her own DLC where she's playable. And she's in her classic costume in the Batgirl and Matter Family DLC. You fight her and Joker. She is a playable character in Justice Gods Among Us and in Justice God and Injustice 2. So, moving on to Injustice 2. Since she basically got over the death of Joker, well, let's read her little profile here real quick. So, as I said, I know this is a long video, but these videos are going to be long because I'm going super into depth. I'm sorry this is so long, but I love Harley, so I just wanted to go into depth about her mostly. So, since the fall of the regime, Harley Quinn has found little solace in the incarceration of Superman. Still feeling a tremendous void left by Joker's death, Harley remains an unstable and uneasy ally. Resolute in her convictions, she refuses to let fugitives, assassins, or even criminals she once called friends stand in the way of her exacting revenge upon the man who silenced Joker's laugh, which in turn was Superman, leading me to believe that she's going to be on Batman's side again. And it looks that way in the story trailers, so she's definitely on the insurgency team. Faction, whatever you want to call it. So, my thoughts on Harley Quinn altogether. I absolutely love her. She's my favorite DC character. And I know a lot of people say that she's their favorite, but she really is my favorite. I love her. I have a whole bunch of Harley Quinn stuff. So I love the character. And I'm very excited that she's back. Excuse me. In the game. Very excited that she's back in Injustice 2, and I can't wait to play as her because she has a much better moveset. So with that being said, I'm going to stop this video now. And I hope you enjoyed it. Leave a comment, like, subscribe. Let me know what you think of Harley Quinn. If you will be playing her in Injustice 2, if you're getting the game, if you can get the game, let me know. So, thanks for watching.